edition of the Artist Spotlight Show, being brought to you by Blue Shamrock Music and Music Dreams USA Radio, and also Biker Bay Barber and Associates. If you're an upcoming aspiring artist looking to get your name out there, make sure you reach out to Stephen Brady at Blue Shamrock Music, and he'll take real good care of you. And tonight we're doing a special edition of our show. Normally our show runs on Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. But tonight we have a special guest. Her name is Jessica Hallbrick, and she's all the way from Australia. And we're super excited to have her. Well, I know it's good evening where I'm at. Probably good morning for where you are, right, Jessica?
Yes, good morning, good evening.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Russell?
Just living the dream. You know what I mean?
That's all you can do.
Well, it's so nice to have you on our show this evening. And so let's kick off our show this evening and kind of like bring our listeners up to speed as to, how you got into the music industry, what makes you have such a love and passion for it, and where are you right now in your career?
Okay. Well, how I got into the music industry was just kind of my love of music. I always have loved music. I've been singing around the house since I could talk, and then I picked up a guitar at age 9, and I just love everything about music and the storytelling. And that's when I wanted to write my own songs. When I first picked up the guitar, I thought I'd love to really tell my story, because I've seen so many incredible artists do it, and I was really inspired by them, and I wanted to break into the music industry myself. I thought this is where I kind of belong and what I want to do for a living. And yeah, I am at the moment. I mean, I've been doing live gigs for 10 years. Like it's been a while. But I would say I'm an emerging artist in terms of really breaking into the industry and really getting my name out there.
So, does music run into your family, or is it, as you mentioned, it's just something you were singing around the house, and one day
Yeah.
you thought to yourself, well, hey, maybe I can make something out of this thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, music does not run in the family. No one is, musically talented. So it kind of just started with me, and I thought, well, I better continue this. Yeah, it looks like it's starting with me.
Well, it's almost like me trying to sing karaoke right now. If I did that, everyone's that's watching right now will probably leave.
Oh, no.
So, talk to me about your new album. I had an opportunity to listen to it, and a lot of great songs on there, and it sounds amazing. How did that album come about? And of the songs on the album, which one is your favorite one?
So were you talking about my EP?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so that one was actually back in 2016. So that one's not a new one. And yeah, that was like my first time getting to, experience the studio, and really like see what it was all about. So it was a really cool experience for me to really like start my recording experience. And yeah, I will say I've definitely grown since that EP. My latest song, Heartbreak Cowboy, is something that I'm really proud of. And that's I guess my favorite song at the moment because it's my new one. But I mean, off the EP, I've got. Oh, they all like, it's hard to pick a favorite song because they all have a specific meaning. And they all are about a different time, or a different like event that happened in my life. But I don't know, I'd have to say like probably Renee. Okay, this is like it's one that I don't think people would think that I would pick, but it's just got a funny story behind it because I wrote it in high school about this bully, and it was really funny. When it got released, I was still in high school, and this bully then tried to go to the principal and said, "She's written a song about me, like my name's there." Like, what? And the principal was on my side and loved the song. It was hilarious. She tried to get me in big trouble for this, but it's like, well, I'm just telling the truth.
That's awesome. That no, it's funny you say Halbert Cowboy because I actually listened to that song too, and I like that one as well.
Yeah.
Stephen Brady, he always hooks us up before we interviewed artists. He always sends over some really cool stuff, and so I also had the opportunity to listen to that song too. Tell me more about that one.
Yeah, so that one is my latest single, and it's doing quite well on the charts in Australia. It's currently sitting at number 7 on the Australian country music charts. So yeah, very very happy with that. And yeah, that one's basically, it wasn't about my own life, so I wanted to take a different path in my storytelling and do something that I haven't done before, which is writing a story about fictional characters and about like just an idea. Like I wanted to tap into like those old country western movies, like where the cowboy rides from town to town and breaking all hearts. And yeah, I wanted to kind of make up fictional characters and yeah, see what I could do there, and I'm very happy with how it turned out.
When you do your songwriting, is it based on personal experiences, or is it just something like you just mentioned in this song, where you're looking for like some type of a scene to help you put the song together? What does your songwriting look like?
My songwriting is usually, yeah, about my life, because that's what I enjoy writing about. But yeah, with this song, I wanted to try something different, and that's what music's all about: experimenting and trying new things. And yeah, I mean, it's being received quite well, so I mean, I might end up doing a little bit more of that. We'll see.
Well, during this interview, you mentioned like 10 years ago you had an EP, and then fast
Mm.
forward, here we are with your latest hit. During that journey and where you are right now, what is the next step for you?
That journey, yeah, it's been a long journey, and I think it's been a long journey because when I first released that EP, I was still in school, and music was, it was a big focus, but it was also like, I've got to finish school and I've got to get through that part of my life first. And I am kind of glad that it's all happening now, because I think it's at a good time in my life. Like I've experienced some things. I've finished school. I'm out of that. I feel like I'm in a good time in my life to break into the industry. I'm 25 years old now, so I feel like, yeah, I've got a few experiences under my belt. I mean, I'm still very young, but yeah, I think I'm happy with where I am right now. And the next part for me would be, I'd love to get over to the States and play some shows over there. I'd love to go to Nashville. Yeah, I'd love to just tick a few bucket list things off. A few festivals that I want to play, like CMA Fest. I'd love to be there. There's a few in Australia that I'd love to do, which is this one called Groundwater Country Music Festival. Yeah, there's a few little bucket list items that I'd like to tick off. I think that's where I am in my career.
Well, if you ever come to the States, make sure you look up Music Dreams USA Radio and Blue Shamrock Music. We'd love to have you come, and we'll take good care of you, I promise.
Thank you. I'd love to come in. Thank you so much.
In this industry, there's always every time we speak to an artist, right? An artist always there's someone in the music industry they look up to, whether it be as a mentor or maybe it's someone that helps them put the songs together. Who is your mentor, and what has your mentor meant to your career?
Oh, I think I have a lot of mentors. I don't think I just have one. In terms of mentors being musical artists, I have a few country singers that I really look up to, that I love their songwriting and their stage presence and the way that they connect with their fans. Like a big one for me is Kelsey Ballerini. I was really lucky enough to meet her when she came to Australia in December last year. So that was a really eye-opening experience for me, where like kind of clicked, and I'm like, yes, I want to be where you are. um it's just, I think, yeah, my mentors are the country music artists, and even just artists that aren't you know famous, Australian country music artists. I look up to them as well, because you know, we're all at different stages in our career and they're doing something that I'm not. So I look up to that and go, I want to do that now. So yeah, I think country music artists in general are my mentors. And I think, yeah, I learn a lot from them.
What's the best advice you ever got?
Oh gosh, the best advice. It would probably have to be like something from my dad. Before he passed away,
Oh,
he told me to keep like chase after my dreams and don't let anyone get in your way, and just if you want something, go get it. Like I think that's the best piece of advice, because that's like the reason I think how I got to meet Kelsey was because I took a chance and I put myself out there and I'm like, hey, I want to meet you, like I'd love to sing with you, and that happened because I had that in the back of my head, like just do it, just go for it. If you want to do something, do it.
that's awesome. And it's kind of because I tell my kids the same thing, right? If there's
Mm.
anything you want to do in life, if you stay focused and if you work hard, there's
Yeah.
nothing you can't do.
Yeah.
And so it's really refreshing to hear you say that. And
Yeah.
so let's go. You're on stage now, getting ready to perform a concert. Do you have any like pre-rituals you do before you go live on the air?
I don't. I don't think I really do. Like I mean, yeah, you hear that like a lot of, bigger artists, they have some kind of a pre-show ritual. I don't at the moment. Maybe I should get one. But for me it's just about thinking, getting in the zone, and I mean sometimes I like to look at the audience, if it's like a big crowd, I like to kind of look at the audience and go, okay, cool. That's like I'm gonna see you in a second, and just kind of soak it all in. I think that would be a pre-show ritual. But yeah, just trying to like to calm down, and it's very nerve-wracking getting up on stage, because you don't know these people and you're about to sing to them, and you just kind of guess that I hope you like my music. But yeah, I think my pre-show ritual would be, yeah, just kind of getting in the zone and getting a feel of the crowd, and yeah.
Here's my ritual. Before I go live on the air, I take a deep breath. I'm like, I hope to God that the people watching will like it. They're gonna come back to the next show.
Yeah. There you go. It's similar, right? Yeah.
So we have something to common there.
There you go. Yes.
So when you're in stage, what is some of the things you do to see if the music is really getting the crowd involved, and if it's not, what are some things you do to try to get them into your show?
Well, I mean, I haven't had very much experience in terms of like, my own show, like a ticketed show or anything, but just in the crowd of, festivals that I've played or something, I think it's about seeing if they, something that's very nerve-wracking is going like, how are we feeling? And then it's like, are they gonna say anything? So that's something I guess to get them involved. And then you kind of go like, I don't know. I don't think I really heard you. Like, are we feeling it? Just kind of get them involved. But one thing that I did do down at the Tamworth Country Music Festival, which is in Australia, that's like our biggest country music festival. And what I did was I asked everyone to hold their phone lights up. And I had never done anything like that before. So I was freaking out. I was like, what if no one does it? But like it was just a sea of lights and it was so beautiful to see. So now that I know that, I think I can get people to do that, I might start doing that more often because that was really a lovely sight to see.
That's awesome. Now, when people listen to your music, what is the message you're trying to get across to them?
It's different in every song. The message is completely different, with each life event I'm writing about, or it could be a song about heartbreak. So the message I'm getting across is, hey, I'm going through this too, you're going through it, here's a song that might help you. If it's a song about just like life and day-to-day things, it's like, here you go, I go through this too, you go through it. It's all about, I think, finding a song that relates to you, and that's what I am wanting to get across is, being that relatable person to people, because I love that. When I'm looking up music, I love to listen to music and go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I'm going through. So the message is different in each song, but I think overall it's about making that connection with the fans that are listening to the music, and being able to really, yeah, have that connection with them.
That's awesome. And well, on our show, we have a lot of upcoming aspiring artists just like yourself that watch the show and actually reach out to us.
Yeah.
What words of advice would you give to them to get to where you are right here this evening?
Just do it. Just do what you want to do. If you've got a dream, if you want to do something, just take the risk and do it, because what is the worst that could happen? Like, nothing bad could happen. It's maybe that particular thing didn't work out. If you applied for a festival, oh, I didn't get it this time, but at least you put yourself out there and they know you for the next year. Or it's just about getting yourself out there and doing it. That's what I've really learned in the last 6 months, is that you've really got to push yourself and be pushy. Sometimes it's about messaging people and being like, hey, I'm Jessica, I'm an artist. Here's my song. I'd love it if you would listen to it. Yeah, I think just doing it, like, as simple as that sounds. Yeah, just really doing it and putting 100% in, 110%, and just making everyone know that this is where you want to be, and yeah, this is what you want to do forever.
Awesome. As we wind down our show this evening, again, thank you so much for taking time to be with us.
Thank you.
This is your time now. Is there anything you'd like to share with our audience?
I would like to share that, yeah, I'm, yeah, an Australian country music artist. I'm emerging. I would love it if you would check out my music. It really helps me. My Spotify streams are slowly going up. They're very low. So if you do like my music, I would love it if you would support me. And also, like, support local radio. Like, what you're doing here is incredible. Like, emerging artists like myself really do value radio stations like yourself, who support us and give us a platform, to be able to connect with people. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's definitely our pleasure to have you here this evening. And you're 100% correct. Music Dreams USA Radio and Blue Shamrock Music, we're all about upcoming aspiring artists. And, this is your stage. This is your opportunity to get your name out there and to let other people know about you. And, I can stay there for hours and tell you just the amazing stories of people who've actually watched our shows and
Yeah.
other artists who've gotten opportunities off these shows. So, I mean, they work. They absolutely work. And so, thank you for, taking the time here to be with us. And again, as we close, how can our listeners get in contact with you and how can they listen to your amazing music?
Well, you can find me anywhere you can find music. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the social medias. But you can find me at Jessica Holbrook, and I am half Danish. So my name, if you spell it correctly, it's going to be really easy to find me because I'm the only one with that spelling. So it's Holbrok, just one O at the end. So yeah, that's how you find me.
Okay, just a few more questions for you. What's
Yeah.
the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in your musical career up to this point?
Oh my God. Okay. The thing that I'm thinking of is, so there's this artist named Jake Whittaker in Australia, and he was on Australian Idol. So we have Australian Idol over here, and I was at a festival that he was playing, and we were at sound check, and I I looked up to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Jake, and I'm meeting him for the first time. We're going off stage, we're kind of swapping sound check, and he's coming off, I'm going on. He goes, hi, it's nice to meet you, I'm Jake. I go, hi, I'm Jake. No. No, you're Jessica. Yeah, so that was a funny, very embarrassing moment that will stay with me forever. But I think it's just, with anyone that you kind of look up to, you just lose your words. I do that a lot. So that was, that was such a terrible moment, but that's probably the funniest thing.
Any final words you'd like to share with our audience before we close our show this evening?
I'd like to share that hopefully you will be hearing more of me over in the US. And thank you so much for all your support over there. And like more than half of my viewers are actually from the US, so not even Australia. So thank you so much for all your support over in the US. I love you all, and I hope to get over there very shortly. And thank you so much for supporting me.
You're more than welcome. It's a pleasure having you on the show this evening. And we're going to bring it back. I'm going to let Stephen know we had so much fun tonight. We're going to bring it back for part two.
Ah, yes. I'd love that. Thank you so much, Russell.
You're welcome. And that was Jessica Holbrook on the Artist Spotlight Show, heard every Wednesday. Well, tonight, obviously, is Thursday, is a special edition. Every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It's the Artist Spotlight Show with Music Dreams USA Radio. And as you heard Jessica just say, this is a show about supporting upcoming aspiring artists, just like the amazing artists we interviewed this evening. And if that's you, make sure you reach out to Stephen Brady at Blue Shamrock Music and also Biker Bay Barber and Company, as we do support upcoming aspiring artists. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time in the Artist Spotlight Show, once again being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio, Blue Shamrock Music, and also Biker Bay Barber and Associates. Good night, everyone. Have a great evening, and thank you so much for watching.